Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of Veteran Central. I'm here with Jim Trout.
And I am here with Christina, and I'm with eXp Realty, and
And
you're
I'm
from where?
with Caliber Home Loans.
We were laughing earlier because she looks like she's taller than me, but she's just got
Just
big
because I have
heels on.
heels on. Though I may be a little unfierce, I'm actually pretty short.
Yeah, she's
Well,
great.
welcome. We're happy to be here. Jim is back from Vegas.
Vegas.
So we're happy to have him back, though the weather's not that great here.
No, it was a lot nicer there, trust me.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
Today we'd like to talk a little bit about the VA loan application process.
Right. So when veterans are applying for a loan, there's certain things that they need to have up front and they need to give you.
Right,
and what are some of those things?
So their certificate of eligibility is going to be number one.
Okay.
They're going to need their DD-214 in order to obtain their certificate of eligibility, which allows us to know what their entitlement is.
Okay.
And some other things that we would need up front, we're going to need to verify your income, your assets, and also, analyze your credit. So we need to make sure that we know what you're qualified for.
So the DD-214 is something every veteran knows about. They all get one. The certificate of eligibility, what does that do exactly?
So that's going to let us know what your entitlement is. So the portion of your loan that is going to be the entitlement. So it's very, very important. We can help you obtain that.
Okay.
My processor can actually work on getting that for you if you don't have it readily available.
Yeah.
So that's something we can definitely help you with.
One of the questions I get from clients a lot of times is, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff that I have to do up front to get pre-approved. And what I try to tell them is that you don't have to do anything. It's Christina that's doing all the work. You just have to provide documentation, right?
Yeah, so the quicker you get me those documents, the quicker I can get you a pre-approval.
Right, and that's really important because a lot of times you can't even start looking at houses without that pre-approval.
Right, exactly. And that's where you get into the difference between the pre-qualification and pre-approval. You can tell me certain things over the phone and I can, run our automated system and take a look for you. But what I like to do is really get you a full pre-approval. That your loan's actually going to go in front of an underwriter prior to even looking for a home.
And to be honest with you, most agents would like that too because it makes the process go a lot easier. It makes it a little bit more, you're a little bit more credible as a buyer when you go into submit an offer. So that's a good thing to do that way.
Yes, and I actually give you an official pre-approval letter from me. I just gave some of my clients that this past weekend.
Okay.
We call it a TBD underwrite. So that means to be determined address underwrite.
And how long does that typically take for you guys?
This one I got back in less than a week. I actually submitted on Friday or on Monday, and I had it back by Friday morning.
Completely done. All you have to do at the end of the day is just continue turning in documents, right?
Exactly. So once you have that, once you go under contract, we're mainly going to be looking for updated bank statements and updated pay stubs, just to make sure that numbers and accounts are all still aligning.
So it probably would be a good idea for people to get pre-approved even before they start looking for houses, right?
Exactly, correct. Yes,
all right, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It shortens the process for you. Then it makes it less stressful, and you can just buy your
Enjoy
home
yourself.
and move into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot more fun that way.
Yes, and then Jim, I know you were talking to me a little earlier about something that you dealt with recently.
Yeah, I've got a VA buyer. They're looking for a house out in South Riding. They've actually put a contract on it. Great couple, beautiful house. They had an appraisal done on it, but the appraisal came in less than what the price was that we contracted. So that can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. In VA's case, it's really good because what ends up happening is you sign a document up front, as do the sellers, that says, look, if for some reason this property doesn't appraise the way it needs to, you need to drop the price, or there's other options that are available to the buyer.
Right.
And so we ended up doing that. We gave a little bit, the sellers gave a little bit. The only difference is VAs only cover up to a certain amount. What's that amount they're going to cover up to?
Up to the appraised value of the
home.
Yes,
so if you have a house that you're contracting for, say, $500,000, the appraisal comes in at $490,000.
You're coming up with that.
You're coming up with the difference, or the sellers are going to have to go ahead and drop the price down that extra 10.
Which is what we would hope for.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we'd like to do.
Absolutely, to save you more money.
Yeah, and if for some reason it doesn't work out, the good news is the buyers get their earnest money back, right?
There you go.
Yeah, so worked out really well. It's a little bit stressful, but nothing the buyer needs to stress out about. That's what we stress out about.
We take care of that for you.
That's what you hire us for.
Take the stress off of you.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Well, it's been a pleasure to talk to you today, and I hope that you all enjoyed our video.
Yes. And I'd like to say it's great to be back, but maybe if the sun comes out, it will be.
Maybe if the sun comes out, but we do need the rain. We need the rain here in Northern Virginia.
Bad, so.
Yes. Well, we hope you all have a wonderful week. I'm Christina Smith with Caliber Home Loans.
And I'm Jim Trout with eXp Realty.
Have a great week.
See you later.